Jack Reynolds became the kind of guy humans whispered about in boardrooms and comfort penthouses, a name that carried weight, authority, and a faint relax. With the aid of 40, he had visible all of it. Electricity that bent policies, money that opened every door, and betrayal that taught him to keep them shut. But nothing in his cautiously calculated world organized him for the reality he would discover. A reality hidden at the back of 4 small black credit score playing cards. When the idea first got here to him, it wasn't born of kindness. It came from exhaustion, from sadness, from being visible best as a bank account in a tailor-made match. Jack wanted to test the ladies round him, to peer in the event that they noticed him or simply the stability in his vault. What he never expected become that one girl, quiet and unassuming, could shatter the whole thing he believed about the world and about himself. That woman turned into Emily Carter, his housekeeper. Jack slammed his tailor-made blazer onto the leather sofa, the pointy crack echoing through the glass-walled penthouse that left out Denver's skyline. He paced like a storm ready to break, jaw tight, voice trembling with a mixture of anger and disbelief. "I won't take it anymore," he muttered, raking a hand through his dark hair. Across the room, Nathan Davis, his personal assistant of 8 years, leaned casually in opposition to the marble countertop, fingers folded. He had seen Jack furious earlier than, at some point of billion-greenback negotiations, after backroom betrayals, when mergers fell apart. However, this became extraordinary. "What befell this time?" Nathan asked carefully, although his tone carried the dry persistence of a person used to selecting up the portions after emotional explosions. Jack exhaled sharply. "She raised a pitcher of champagne, toasted on to us getting back collectively, and then snapped a selfie with the dessert like I was some type of trophy funding." He became to face Nathan, eyes blazing. "Tell me, Nathan, am I a man or a stock mountain climbing on the market?" Nathan hesitated. "It was just dinner, Jack." "Dinner?" Jack snapped, preventing mid-stride. "She informed me she missed me and my helicopter inside the identical breath. No person sees me anymore. Now not surely. They see what I should purchase, wherein I can take them, what I constitute." His voice cracked, an unprecedented sound, uncooked and human. "It's like I don't exist without the rattling money." Nathan stated nothing. He'd discovered that silence become occasionally safer than cause. However, then Jack's pacing stopped. His expression shifted, from anger to something less warm. A spark of concept flickered in the back of his eyes. "No," he whispered. "That's it. I'm done with faux smiles and hidden agendas. It's time to look the fact." Nathan frowned. "Oh no. On every occasion you are saying that, either the inventory market trembles or someone finally ends up crying." Jack's mouth curved barely. "Now, not this time. I'm going for walks my own test." Nathan's eyebrow lifted. "Outline experiment. I'm giving 4 women unlimited black credit playing cards," Jack said, his tone low but electric-powered. "No limits, no guidelines, 3 days, general freedom, and then I'll see who they without a doubt are." Nathan blinked. "You're severely going to hand out limitless credit cards like sweet? That's now not an experiment, Jack. That's monetary suicide." But Jack wasn't listening. His mind became already sorting names like chess pieces. "Megan Davis," he murmured first. "She'll suppose it's a few grand gesture. Best for her conceitedness." "Olivia Scott, my assistant. She's continually preaching strategy. Let's see how strategic she is without a ceiling. And Victoria Adams, fashionable, manipulative, prospers on appearance. I want to peer how some distance she'll go whilst there is not anything to prevent her." He paused, his expression softening slightly. "And Emily Carter?" Nathan straightened. "Your housekeeper?" Jack's lips twitched. "Sure, the only who hums off-key at the same time as scrubbing flooring. The one who once threatened me with a wooden spoon due to the fact I stirred her risotto. Nathan chuckled. You suggest the handiest sane person in this building? The woman who in no way requested you for something, and you need handy her a weapon of mass temptation? Precisely, Jack stated quietly. Due to the fact she is the most effective one I'm able to read. Nathan sighed. Jack, this isn't ambitious, it's reckless. But the next morning, 4 black envelopes lay at the mahogany table, each name written in silver ink, like a king setting his pawns in motion. Megan Davis was first. She glided into the room in a get dress that screamed, "Have a look at me," heels clicking across the marble floor. Is this a breakup gift or a reconciliation bribe? She teased, smirking. Neither, Jack answered smoothly. It's yours for 3 days. No restriction. Her lips curved right into a triumphant grin. Eventually admitting I'm valuable? She snatched the envelope and strutted out, the card gleaming between her manicured fingers. Subsequent came Olivia Scott, sharp and polished, pill in hand like she became on foot right into a shareholder meeting. You're not loss of life, are you? She requested flatly. No longer yet, Jack said, deadpan. 3 days. Use it however you need. She nodded as soon as, hiding her exhilaration behind professionalism, and left. Then got here Victoria Adams, a Taking Walks fashion cowl, shades interior at 10:15 a.m. This isn't a trick, is it? She asked. No hints, Jack said. 3 days, no limits. Her smirk said she became already scheming. Sooner or later, Emily Carter seemed, not through the grand entrance, however, from the side corridor, balancing a bowl of uncooked dough and a dish towel. Boss, that oven's making bizarre noises again. Sounds love it's coughing, she said, absolutely unfazed by his fit or mood. Jack surpassed her the envelope. Here, for you. She frowned, suspicious. You're firing me, aren't you? No, it's a gift. She peeked internal, eyes widening on the smooth black card. You feeling okay? Because the day gone by I gave you banana bread, and it became badly burnt. Take it, he said. 3 days. Whatever you need. She stared at him like he'd just offered her a spaceship. Critically, anything? Something. Hours later, Jack sat with a glass of whiskey even as Nathan scrolled via transaction reports. Allows C, Nathan stated. 3 helicopter rentals, a $15,000 gown, reservations at Mile Excessive Lounge, and a gala planner deposit. Predictable, Jack muttered. And Emily? Nathan hesitated. Groceries, paint, diapers, secondhand toys, and... He squinted. 200 warm dogs. Jack set down his glass slowly. Warm dogs? 100. For a long second, Jack said nothing. Then a slow smile tugged at his lips. Now that, I didn't see coming. And deep down, for the first time in years, interest, true, human curiosity, sparked inside him. The following afternoon, he couldn't take it anymore. He had to recognize. Riding through elements of Denver he hadn't visited in years, the surroundings shifted from glass towers to quiet, worn streets, coated with modest homes and antique bicycles on lawns. Ultimately, he found what he become looking for, a small brick constructing with a dwindled signal. Riverside Haven Youngsters, S. Domestic. Parked outside, changed into the van Emily had rented. Its back doors had been open, and there she changed into denims, old tea blouse, hair tied up, unloading containers with a grin. He leaned in opposition to his SUV, looking. She laughed with a few volunteers, her laughter actual, the type of sound you couldn't fake. For a person who had spent years surrounded by way of calculated charm, it hit him like sunlight through storm clouds. He walked in, introducing himself to Laurie Matthews, the director. "Oh, Mr. Reynolds," she said warmly, shaking his hand. "We're grateful for human beings like Emily. She's been a blessing." "A blessing?" Jack repeated, startled. Sure, Lori smiled. She's right here almost every week. And nowadays, thanks to her, the kids are having a unique celebration. Jack accompanied her to the courtyard and iced over. There had been balloons tied to bushes, tables covered with vivid paper, and youngsters jogging anywhere. Within the middle of all of it was Emily, sporting a clown dress, entire with a red nostril, seeking to make balloon animals. Whilst one popped, she jumped, then laughed louder than all and sundry. Jack couldn't look away. For the first time, he saw someone who gave without waiting for something. Later, while she spotted him, she stopped mid-chuckle. "Mr. Reynolds? What are you doing here?" He stammered. "I heard about the birthday party. Thought I'd contribute." "From who?" she pressed. He cleared his throat. "I have contacts." She squinted, unconvinced. "Satisfactory. You can assist me. 200 warm dogs, and only hands." Jack chuckled nervously. 200? Better start grilling, boss. With the aid of the quid of the day, his white blouse became covered in ketchup and mustard, and the youngsters cherished him. One little boy, Leo, tugged his sleeve. "Are you in reality wealthy?" "A bit," Jack said. "Can you buy a dragon?" "There aren't real dragons." "Sure there are," Leo said. "Emily saw one." Emily simply winked. That nighttime, Jack couldn't sleep. For the primary time, he was in a tea considering profits or losses, pretty much Emily S. Chortle and the light in the one's kid's eyes. Weak succeeded. His global, specific polished, felt exclusive now. Emily A.S. humming filled the penthouse like a melody of normalcy he didn't realize he ignored. The test had found out the entirety he predicted: Megan's conceitedness, Olivia's ambition, Victoria's overall performance. But Emily, she changed into the paradox. At Victoria's gala, glittering with luxurious, Jack noticed the total picture. Victoria preened below the lighting, Megan smirked at the cameras, Olivia calculated her next opportunity. After which there has been Emily, simple army dress, standing on the returned, displaying photos of smiling youngsters to an older donor. When someone, by chance, spilled champagne down her get-dressed, laughter rippled. However, earlier than she ought to flee, Jack progressed, took off his jacket, and positioned it round her shoulders. "The maximum essential character on this room," he stated clearly, "is not the only carrying the most high-priced gown. It is the only making sure children have a destiny." The room went silent. And in that silence, something shifted. Rumors unfold, gossip swirled, and soon the backlash, accusations, lies, headlines twisting Emily right into a thief. Billionaire's housekeeper stuck in charity scandal. It crushed him, and worse, he doubted her. When he confronted her, she requested quietly, "After the whole lot you saw, do you honestly assume I'd steal from the one's youngsters?" "I don't realize what to assume," he stated, and that was enough to interrupt her. She left silently, apron folded on the counter. Days later, while Jack discovered the reality, that Megan and Olivia had framed her, he went public, stood in the front of investors and tore their lies aside. "The lady you mocked," he stated, voice consistent, "is the handiest individual right here who is familiar with what it means to offer." The fallout became instantaneous, reputations shattered, but Jack didn't care. He went instantly to Riverside Haven, found Emily at the floor, helping a toddler with homework. "I used to be incorrect," he stated quietly, "and that I'm sorry." She looked at him for a protracted second. "Do you consider me now?" "I don't just trust you," he said. "I want to face beside you, not as your boss, however, as someone who in the end understands what it means to live." Her eyes softened. Months later, the penthouse became now not silent. Laughter echoed in its halls. Kids from Riverside Haven visited each weekend. Jack and Emily labored collectively to enlarge the house into a basis that transformed endless lives. And on one sunlit afternoon, below string lights in the courtyard of Riverside Haven, they stated their vows. No fashion designer robes, no cameras, simply children singing off-key and love that didn't want polish. Nathan joked later, "You subsequently made your best investment, boss, and it wasn't in shares." Jack smiled. "No, it turned into something real." For the first time, Jack Reynolds wasn't by myself at the pinnacle. He turned into subsequently domestic.